It was like any night on All Hallows Eve, only on this night, Mage was born. But the joyful moment was cut short, as the parents had an unexpected visitor. A man in black, wearing a white mask, offered gold in exchange for their newborn son. They accepted and gave their son to him. The man in black returned to the underworld with the child to give it to Satan himself. The man in black gave the child to Satan, and he was overjoyed, thrilled that he had found the perfect child for his creation. Satan destroyed the child, claimed the part of the child's soul that he desperately wanted for his creation, to turn the child's soul into the ultimate power. The man in black had another gift for Satan, the shell to harvest the ultimate power. The shell had been created from the finest demon's flesh. But after Mage was created, he was caged like an animal, tortured and forced to kill innocent children until Mage had no remorse. He wasn't even given a name. Until, after years of training Mage, he was finally given the name Magician. He was given clothes, but was forced to entertain the damned with magic tricks. But the hungry crowd were more entertained by the abuse they threw at him. After a decade of this, God declared war over Hell. It was a massacre for Hell. They lost, but Mage survived. Mage escaped Hell, stealing all the power he could grab, traveling through the portal of Hell to enter the world of the living, Earth. Mage wandered through Earth looking for a new purpose, and he found it in the bloody fields of war. Mage was quickly known as the Slaughterer, the Plague, but popularly known as the Darkness. For Mage left civilizations in darkness. But Mage lost his mind to the madness of war, quickly forming himself into a dragon that left death and darkness in its path. The Crusades were called upon by the Christian leaders against the Muslims that occupied Jerusalem. Mage continued his slaughter on the side of the Muslims, but then was captured by the Crusader leader known better as Count Dracula. Dracula, through some Christian ritual, was able to imprison the darkness of Mage within him, so that Mage's mind may return to normal. But Dracula took this opportunity to hire Mage as one of his soldiers. Mage's name rose again, slaughtering thousands and thousands, that the unstoppable killing machine returned to the battlefield. But when the Crusades were over, and the House of Dracula fallen, Mage searched for new battles to fight. And in the region of Africa, he found the British Army. Mage joined the British Army and claimed many victories for the British Empire. Thanks to him, they pretty much became the dominant force known to the human race. But this gave Mage the opportunity to explore the world. Mage went to the Middle East, Africa, Europe, even Asia. Mage's destiny was to begin in America. In the Revolution, the British Army were forced out, and Mage was captured by the General George Washington, and was hired to join the American Army. Soon, Mage was hired to fight in the Civil War, and he destroyed every army that stood in his path, forcing them into a submission. Then, World War II began. Mage happily joined the war, becoming the Army's most prized soldier, building himself a huge kill count. These days in the US Army were meant to be his triumphant moment. Mage was going to receive the highest honor within the Army, a medal and all, but was betrayed They found him more useful as an experiment than a soldier, quickly isolated within their labs. Mage was kept as an experiment for years. The government used him to try and advance their weaponry against the Russians as the Cold War blooms, and also in Vietnam. But they never got the chance. Mage managed to escape, as if it was a magic trick. And now, Mage found himself in New York City, where he was hired as an entertainer for a nightclub, and as happily entertained there. This is his story. A lot more has been written, but for now, folks, that is the beginning of Mage's life. More will come. The end.